are back with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Cardi B goes on a major rant and cries on Spaces. Well, actually, I think it was her Instagram channel, because Titanic Records told her to get back to work, especially since, it took 8 years for her to release her second album. Now, this is what she had to say on her Instagram channel.
I hate Party Gang so much because we got like 5 weeks left of summer and I wanted to live my best life. But now the internet and my label and everyone is attacking me to shoot content and music videos and do all these type of things that I wanted to hold on because I just wanted to go outside and go to the clubs and just chill and go to dinner with my friends, and now I'm forced to work again. Like, I wanted to go on vacation to the Dominican Republic and to Europe, and now I can't because I gotta work, and I hate y'all so much for it. I freaking do. Great. I'm glad you guys have what you wanted. This is what you wanted? Huh? Well, here then.
Now, this meltdown happened right before it was announced that Cardi B will be releasing her new single, Ha Ha, this Friday. Okay, let me know if you guys will be listening. Some fans were saying, oh, well, she was being sarcastic. She was playing with the fans. Cardi B don't even know how to spell sarcastic or probably even pronounce it. So I doubt that that was the case. I think Cardi B does feel some type of way that she released a snippet and she couldn't wait months to put it out, because the label probably saw the likes and the engagement and said, we need a single now before you get cold, okay? Which is easy for Cardi B since she's gotten knocked up, more times than she's ever put out an album. And as we know, Cardi B has a history with following men around the world instead of working. She was recently spotted with Maduka in Italy at Fashion Week. They probably been on vacations together already. And, one thing about Cardi B, she's quick to get knocked up. So the label's trying to strike now. They said the time is now. But let me know if you guys think that Cardi B has the song of the summer despite summer almost being over. Let me know if you guys feel like she got song of the summer and if you think this song will go top 10. Now, in my opinion, I don't think she has song of the summer, but I do feel like the song that Partisan Fontaine wrote is catchy and probably better, in my opinion, than half of the songs that were on I Am Delusional album. This should have been on the I Am Delusional album based on the snippet. We don't know how the full song sounds. The full song could be trash. But based on the snippet, to me, it sounds better than anything she put out on her last album. I really didn't care for her last album like that. I thought it was overhyped. And people cared about the disses more than they actually cared about the songs. That's why, Ugly and Petty, Magnet, the Safe song featuring Kalani, none of those songs really popped off because people only care about the disses. They didn't really support the music like that. So it's going to be interesting to see how y'all support the next song. Oh, Tyler is receiving backlash for the That Girl music video that she dropped with AI. Allegedly, her budget has decreased at Epic, where she's signed. And unfortunately, fans are not happy about it. Now, a fan said, Tyler, delete the video, mama. Okay. Other fans said, girl, respectfully, that's not what I expected at all from the music video. But I'll be rooting for you anyway. Another fan said, Tyler, I love you down, but as a fan, can we shoot a second music video for this? I was so underwhelmed by this video. That Girl is such a good song and deserve better. The concept of this is different, but we need choreography on a hot island with your dancers. Thanks. Another fan said, it's not too late just to make this the lyric video, mama. Another fan said a montage of AI vibes in the video. So she's been getting dragged left and right. And the problem is, unfortunately, because y'all let Tyler flop, the Tigers, they are at fault for this. She's not going to get the high budget music videos. Okay, like she did for Water, and she got it for the Zara Larsson collaboration. She did it again. It wasn't extremely high budget, but it was higher than this. And then on top of that, she had a decent budget for Push to Start, Chanel, but y'all have recently been allowing Tyler to flop, aka not chart, and y'all want high budget music videos. Does that make sense, Tigers? Are y'all on crack? Okay, do y'all know how labels work? If bitches ain't selling, no budgets for you. We're treating you like scratch off. You gonna make this vlog and this AI work. Okay, you gonna get this AI and vlog music video, and you better call it the fucking day. We filming on an iPhone, and that's it. That's how it works. So until the Tigers take responsibility for not fully supporting Tyler, I don't think they should have the right to complain. If you're not supporting your artists, if you're not buying tickets, if you're not buying music, then don't complain. Y'all not buying music. She's selling 14,000 first week. How y'all buying? And what is 14,000 to a big ass label under Sony? I mean, come on now. Stop it. Y'all gotta stop that. Y'all complaining but not buying. Y'all are a trip. Now, moving on from that, it looks like Megan wins again. Unfortunately, Judge Cecilia Naga has denied Milagro Cooper's motion for relief from judgment in the Megan Pete versus Milagro Cooper lawsuit. The motion sought to set aside the final judgment under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 60B6, arguing that an alleged appearance of judicial partiality warranted relief based on relationships involving non-party Desiree Perez and the law firm Holland and Knight. With today's paperless order, the court rejected that request. As a result, the existing judgment against Cooper remains in place, and the court will not reopen or vacate the case on the grounds asserted in the motion unless further order is entered or the 11th Circuit grants relief on appeal. The amended final judgment remains fully effective, okay? So basically, Milagro owes the $75,000, okay? That's basically all this is saying, okay? She tried to get it removed, get it rejected, based on the fact originally, no shade, her defamation lawsuit, the one Megan Thee Stallion filed, was dismissed, basically, okay, because she did not send Milagro proper paperwork, aka a cease and desist, before filing the lawsuit. But once the judge allegedly got paid off, once the judge re-looked at the case, the judge in Devil Nation decided that, unfortunately, Milagro was going to have to pay the $75,000. So that's basically what this judgment is saying. Now, moving on from that, SZA now has 3 diamond records in the U.S. Congratulations to the queen of TDE. Kill Bill, Snooze, and Good Days are all diamond. Okay. Now, allegedly, her and Scratch Off got something in the stash as well. Scratch Off been trying to work with SZA. They're both are under RCA the colorist. I think Scratch Off eventually will get dropped from the label, but while she's still on there, she can get all the collaborations she probably can for free. SZA, she already got Doja Cat. She might get Chris Breezy. Chris Breezy's also under RCA. She had a lot of features on her album. Even though the album flopped, she did have a lot of features. Mariah the Scientist, Sexy Red. So, hopefully, maybe in the future, she can finally get her SZA collaboration. So let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, Grammy CEO Harvey Mason Jr. responds to BTS' decision to not submit their music for the 2027 awards following the introduction of an Asian-focused category. He said, "I am saddened to hear that BTS has chosen not to participate in the Grammy Awards process this year. But as music creator, I understand and respect their decision. I do want to clarify something that seems to be getting lost in the conversation. The Asian pop category was created to celebrate the depth, the diversity, and extraordinary growth of pop artistry coming out of Asia. The spirit of this new category is to shine a dedicated spotlight on these important artists. More categories mean more artists' work is recognized. Is never to divide, but to expand who is recognized by our 15,000 Grammy voters. I also want to be very clear, submitting music in a genre category such as Asian pop or jazz country does not exclude an artist from also submitting and being considered in the general field categories, including Record of the Year, Album of the Year, Song of the Year. Those categories remain open to any eligible recording, regardless of the genre. Recognition in the general field are not mutually exclusive. An artist can absolutely pursue both. Now, let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, in hindsight, the Grammys did the same thing to Beyonce when Beyonce won Album of the Year and Country Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. They made a separate, or they rather added more categories in the country genre for the Grammys. So that way, when Black people get a big country song, they can win in those categories. They added contemporary country album versus traditional country album, which we obviously know what that means. Okay. Now, the only thing is I can see BTS getting blackballed for this. I don't think the Grammys are going to fuck with BTS, especially since the Grammys for years did not acknowledge BTS, and no shade, rightfully so. Industry kind of looks at BTS and a lot of these K-pop groups as more gimmicks versus actual talent. If you listen to a lot of their songs that they do sing, they're mimicking a lot of hip hop artists. Let's just be 1,000. If they not working with a hip hop artist, they mimicking a hip hop artist. Let's be very clear, okay? And I think that they see them as more so gimmicks and, groups that they can possibly make money off of. But I don't think that the industry fully respects the K-pop genre. They don't fully respect the genre. And to be quite honest, I think it's a little gimmicky, in my opinion. I think it's a little bit gimmicky. The fans mass purchase songs for a week or two. And then also BTS has a lot of payola. It was recently reported that they had streams removed off of Spotify because they had so much payola. Not allegedly. And I'm not saying other artists, especially artists in the US, don't use payola. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just there's so many moving parts with K-pop that make it not a respectable genre. Okay, like a lot of times it seems like they're trying to mock or mimic other people, right? And I think it's different when you see another cultural do it. Like, yes, you got the, Justin Bieber's, the Cardi B's, the Fat Joes that have dabbled in the hip hop culture, but like Asian people dabbling into hip hop is ridiculous. I'm sorry. No shade. Is no shade, but it is fucking ridiculous. Like it looks a mess. Half the time, Genie and Dolce collab. Rose working with Bruno Mars. It just looks a mess and it looks gimmicky. It looks like a gimmick. And of course the industry gonna make money off of it. It's an easy cash grab, but they don't respect y'all. That's the problem, because y'all too much of the gimmicks and mocking or mimicking black people and black culture. Y'all don't really have, K-pop don't have its own culture really like that. If you listen to BTS and Lisa and Rose and a lot of their solo music and Blackpink, is they copying what has already been done. Let's just keep it 1,000. So no, they don't deserve no damn Grammy. And yes, they need to stay in the Asian category. Okay, they're not setting the bar. Like Beyonce set the bar for black country artists to be recognized. Before, y'all was paying them dust. Y'all paid Shabuzi dust. Y'all paid K. Michelle dust. Until Beyonce came out and set the standard. Okay, that black people should be recognized for doing country music, which white people stole from black people anyway. Again, mimicking black people. Black culture. They stole country music from us. They did the same with rock and roll. So people need to give black people and black culture their 10s, point blank, period. But anyway, guys, some very hot tea on David the singer, Taylor, Selena, Haley, and Justin Bieber. On Patreon, link would be in the description. And I hope you guys have a great day.